So here's the first video in terms of actually picking the domain name when we want to build a website business that we think is going to start to be successful and dominate. Now before this video we would have done our research and our keywords. Obviously the research would have been on the niche and the keywords would have been built around that niche, and we would have been checking out competition and such like, which we've already done. If you haven't checked out the video, please go to the website and make sure you sign up. Okay, so we're going to follow basically in the footsteps of a website that I've just built, or I'm just about to build, and we're using the keyword German Shepherd. So we've already got the domain names, which we did at Namecheap, which is probably the one that I use more than anybody else. And the two domain names we registered was German Shepherd Dog info.com with the hyphens, and German Shepherd Explained.com with the hyphens. Okay, so we're going to explain to you how we actually did that and how we came up with that keyword and why we decided that was going to be our URL. And so we started with a niche. The niche was dog, and then we needed to go into a sub niche, and the sub niche was German Shepherd. So we're obviously going to go into our search engines and just do a quick search for that keyword, German Shepherd, and then we get the results page from Google. Now we don't just use Google, but for this demonstration Google is without doubt the gorilla of all search engines, and so when it comes to searching for information, it's always the best place to start. And so the first thing we need to do is we need to check how many results are around for this word German Shepherd. Okay, and there's a lot of results for that, and you will be able to determine from that keyword German Shepherd that is a generic word. What that means is we've taken a niche of dog, we've gone deeper into German Shepherd, and then we get to German Shepherd and we think, well, what does that actually tell us in terms of trying to sell a product or encourage people to come to your website? The word German Shepherd doesn't really tell you anything, and so really you need to go into a sub niche, or to come up with a word on top of German Shepherd which says a little bit more, which will give us a longer tail on the keyword, which then gives us less competition. Okay, so as we go through this, we're just searching just generally to have a look. Now, as I've said, we've already done this research. We did this in a previous video. I just want to kind of explain to you why we've picked the keywords that we've picked. Okay, so German Shepherd Dog Info. That's a long tail keyword because it's it's four words. We've taken the word German Shepherd Dog and we've dropped info on the end of that. A few reasons for doing that. Everybody's already on the best keywords for probably most niches you can think about, and the word German Shepherd Dog without the hyphens is already gone, so we can't have that. So we drop a hyphen in. What that basically does is tell the search engines that that's a gap, just a simple space, but in order to format you can't have spaces. Okay, so we don't want to go too technical into that. All you need to understand is that a hyphen, that's that little thing between the words, is actually a space as far as the search engines are concerned. When the human eye looks at that, they don't get distracted by the hyphen. They actually get to see what the word is in whole. Not many people can read direct text with no gaps, and so we're doing two good things there. We're keeping the search engines happy because we're using the keywords German Shepherd Dog, like this. We'll just do a keyword search for that. Okay, 8.5 million results. What that tells us is that Google is determined for those keywords in that niche there are 8,540,000 single results. What that means is pages, not websites. So your competition in terms of trying to rank high in this keyword seems pretty high. Okay, but what the search engines do is they take these three words as a broad word, and that basically means that you could mix that up, so it could be shepherd German dog, dog German shepherd. Okay, in order to get a true estimate of what that should be, we just drop the inverted around it and do another search. And what that basically tells the search engines is that we want the specific word German Shepherd dog in that format, not to mix it, not to give us any results that have anything to do with anything else but German Shepherd dog. Okay? And then we get to see our real competition and the real results of what it is we're up against and how popular that keyword is and if that is a good keyword to use as a URL. So now we've dropped to 1,230,000. So in terms of competition, that's a good thing. That means there's less competition. Having said that, that's still quite a high number for most people to try and take on. And most people would probably be scared of that. But a little bit more research, which again we did in the previous video, would have showed us some little tips and little tricks about how to actually take such a big search keyword with such big competition and still win. Okay, so back to the URL. So we've decided that the word German Shepherd dog is a great word, and it's one that we think we could take on, and it's one that the human eye would be interested in, and it's one that the search engines like. But again, it doesn't necessarily tell us everything we need to know, and we obviously need to make another word up so that we guarantee that we get this URL and it's not already gone by someone else. So all we've done is we put info in. We could have put information in, but that just becomes a longer word. Everybody knows what info means. And we can do a quick search for this. Okay. So again, lots of competition in terms of pages, which is a good thing. But what we've done now is, by adding that extra word info in, we've taken our results in terms of competition down dramatically. And now what we're up against is 33,300 results. So now you see the difference we've gone from 8.5 million to 1.25 million to 33 and 1/3 of thousands. Okay, that's nothing. That is a lot less competition, and that should make you much stronger in your abilities and what you can do and take this niche on and this particular keyword. And although we didn't stop and look at the results on the other two pages, what you would have seen, which we'll go back and take a look at now, is that the top results were Wikipedia and a kennel club, which you're probably never ever likely to beat in a million years because of the way they stand in the world. But when we actually get down to our real competition, we start getting real individual websites. Okay, that means that we can beat these people. Again, we've already gone and researched these on an earlier video. I'm just trying to keep you focused. So we've now done a few things. We've given ourselves a chance to have a keyword that we can actually turn into a URL and belong to us. We've kept great free keywords, German Shepherd dog. We've increased our chances of telling people what it is we do by adding the word info. So now anyone looking for that keyword or sees that in a title or a description is going to see the words German Shepherd dog info. Well, that's a pretty simple thing to do. That's a great name. That's a great name for the search engines and a great name for the people. So that's why we picked that name. When we was doing our research, we also came across another word that I particularly like, and for this demonstration, as we go further down the line, you'll understand why I've used this word. But we've used the word German Shepherd explained this time. Okay. Now that pretty much does the same as German Shepherd dog info. Info is the same as explained. What we've done is we've cut one of the keywords out. We've taken away the dog. Excuse me. And so we've kept the word German Shepherd, which is a shorter tail keyword, and we've added just one more word, so it's a free word. Our results there for the generic term is 8.5 million. So, which tells us there's a lot of competition. Well, that's a good thing. It means somebody thinks other than you that the keyword's a great keyword to go after. We invert it and we get 199 results for that same keyword. And so in terms of real competition, that is one we can definitely take on and one we're happy with. And so that's the reason I decided I would register 2 domains, one which was German Dog Info, one which was German Shepherd Explained. Okay, and the reason that I decided to take the 2 of them on was they were both great keywords, and they were both weren't grabbed by somebody else, and someone should have taken it. And I've used those keywords on other websites, and they work really, really well. And so I'll do one of 2 things. I'll build 2 websites and use the domain names, or I'll keep one of the domain names as a keyword, probably the Shepherd Dog Info, and just have German Shepherd Explained forward to that website. And then I'll go after both keywords in the search engines. And that will almost give us, well, we'll get a double indent for sure. And that'll probably be number 1 and 2, hopefully. But will just give us a bigger reach and more chances of being able to get that keyword out there into the results of the search engines. So, again, we use Namecheap to do this. You can use whoever you decide is right for you. I think Namecheap is one of the best. Their prices are certainly good. All you have to do is make that move, okay? But you can't do any of that until you actually go out there and buy yourself a domain name. It's the first step and the single most important step you'll make. Okay, look out for the second video, because now we're going to talk about how we take this name and actually make it live on a website.